Hey everyone, it's Mario here with Prismatic Games. Combat is coming along great, so let's talk about it. First, what you see is running on the Wii U dev kit. That's a big first for us. If you've been following along, you know we've had some serious difficulty optimizing Hex Heroes on the system. But it's happening now, it's running at a beautiful 60 frames per second, and we couldn't be more excited. So, let's jump right in. Here come some wolves. I'm going to highlight the left side of the screen and talk about our melee combat, as well as one of the two control schemes we're rolling out with Hex Heroes. I'm playing as the knight in this video. Once you've entered combat, an arrow appears around your hero. To move while in combat, press the control stick toward the hex you want to travel to, and then press B. In the snap control scheme, the one I'm using, your camera locks on to the given enemy and your move arrow snaps to the hexes around you, letting you know where you plan on moving next. If you press B alone, you'll attack toward that enemy. So combat is really simplified into one button. Pressing B alone attacks, pressing B in a direction hops you one hex around your target. You'll also notice green and red markers popping up. Green areas are where my attacks will land, and red are where enemy attacks will land. Hopping out of dangerous hexes are how you'll dodge enemy attacks. Avoid taking damage and landing hit after hit increases your combo counter and makes your attacks stronger. Now let's take a look at the right side, where Chris is playing as the mage and using the free move control scheme. Instead of his move arrow snapping, in the free move scheme, he's able to pivot his move dial in any direction and launch his attacks while keeping his eyes on different targets. Free move lets Chris direct attacks where he thinks they're most needed, at a moment's notice with a turn of the joystick. The mage is ranged, so keeping your distance and placing melee characters like the knight in between you and enemies is key. Again, incoming damage from the enemy attacks is shown by the colored hexes, and you'll need to bob in and out of danger to survive. Having a knowledge of your surroundings and position is key, since you can't move to hexes that enemies or friends occupy. Little skirmishes like this can easily become chaotic, so cooperation is important. We wanted attacks and movement to feel very deliberate, and that's why we assigned them to a button press. The hex grid also gives us exactly what we wanted. Hex Heroes combat is something we're really proud of, and unlike anything we've seen in games. Because of that, we wanted to offer players of all skill levels a way to play, and that's why we think the two different control schemes, snapping and free move, will be really important. And that about wraps up the commentary. From here, it's on to polishing it up, making it pretty, adding all the different enemies and interactions that will make the combat you see here easy to pick up but challenging to master. Thanks for watching, and as always, thank you so much for your support.